What if the Strait of Hormuz closure isn't a crisis being managed, but a mechanism being used? That's not a conspiracy. It's an observation about incentive structures, and the data is starting to confirm it. One geopolitical event, 5 policy objectives, each one impossible to implement directly. Dollar devaluation, the IMF prohibits it. Deliberate inflation, politically toxic. Forcing allies into long-term debt requires massive leverage first. Reshoring manufacturing requires supply chain disruption. U.S. energy dominance requires competitors losing supply. The closed strait delivers all 5 simultaneously. With Iran as the designated villain, the administration doesn't cause inflation, Iran did. The administration doesn't devalue the dollar, global energy markets did. The administration doesn't coerce allies, the security threat did. Every objective achieved. No fingerprints. Now here's what to watch in the data, because the mechanism has a signature. CPI and PPI are your leading indicators. Energy drives CPI. What producers pay drives PPI. And what producers pay today shows up in consumer prices 3 to 6 months later. The pipeline fills before the consumer feels it. With the strait closed and sulfuric acid exports from China suspended, copper refiners in Chile are already constrained. Transportation costs are rising. Diesel is moving. Freight is moving. Every one of those costs works its way through the supply chain. Watch for CPI accelerating beyond 3.5% year over year. Watch for PPI moving above 5% annually. When you see those numbers, the mechanism is confirmed in the official data, not in geopolitical analysis, in the Bureau of Labor Statistics. But here's what makes this framework actionable, not just analytical. This isn't improvised. The blueprint was written down. November 2024. Stephen Miran, now chair of Trump's Council of Economic Advisors, authored the Mar-a-Lago Accord. 10 steps, in order, sequential. Step 1, tariffs as leverage, done. Step 2, dollar devaluation, underway. Step 3, ally coercion, underway. Step 4, treasury restructuring, underway. Step 5, Fed regime change, worst confirmation imminent. We are approaching Step 5. Steps 6 through 10 are ahead. What are they? Step 6, yield curve control begins. Step 7, allies coerced into century bonds. Step 8, stablecoin absorption replaces foreign sovereign demand. Step 9, inflation moderates, controlled devaluation complete. Step 10, U.S. manufacturing renaissance, lower real debt burden. 10 steps, written down, executing in sequence. The framework requires no conspiracy to be actionable. Whether the strait closure is deliberate policy or strategic opportunism, the structural outcome is identical. The investment case does not depend on intent. It depends on outcome. And the outcome is already starting to show up in the data. So what do you hold in this environment? Hard assets, gold, silver, copper, energy infrastructure, Bitcoin. These are the positions built for dollar debasement, trapped central banks, and a regime that needs inflation to erode the debt. Watch the CPI and PPI prints. Watch the energy components specifically. When those numbers confirm what the mechanism predicts, the next steps of the accord accelerate. The next video maps exactly where we are in the sequence and what Step 5 looks like when it arrives. Stay with us.